This is 7 National News, and in our top story, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, has attended the Year of Reading retreat in Dubai with the aim of promoting reading habits in the UAE. Following President His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan announcing 2016 as the Year of Reading, the ruler of Dubai, along with a team of over 100 influential Emiratis at the Marmoom retreat, were briefed about the best ideas with presentations given by different sectors to promote and raise the culture of reading among the people of the UAE. During the event, His Highness commented that today marks a significant milestone for knowledge in the UAE, and reading is food for the soul and mind. His Highness added that the Year of Reading is the beginning of a permanent change in the UAE society to foster a reader generation conscious of developments and ready to lead a new stage of development in the country. The retreat intends to set strategies and plan initiatives and sustainable programs through which the country can make a difference for future generations and consolidate reading to become a genuine habit in the society and in its institutions. New research by global analysts Frost and Sullivan shows that the regional demand for physical security equipment will be worth $5.2 billion in 2016, compared to $3.8 billion in 2015, a 36% increase as infrastructure investment coupled with increased urbanization fuels demand for equipment to protect critical assets and people. Representatives from the General Directorate of Dubai Civil Defense, the UAE Ministry of Interior, Dubai Police, as well as the Emirates Civil Defense Academy held a press conference earlier today in partnership with Messi Frankfurt to address security, safety and fire protection ahead of the 17th edition of the Intersec exhibition, which will be held next week under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. According to Lieutenant Colonel Jamal Ahmed Ibrahim, the Director of Preventive Safety Department at Dubai Civil Defense, the department is determined to be leaders in all fields of activity by implementing the latest in protection, prevention and control technologies. They also announced that they had launched and initiated the development of the current Firefighters Training Institute in Al Awir, with the aim to fully upgrade and modernize the institute to host the Emirates Academy for Civil Defense. The academy, according to officials, will be a distinctive international training facility in firefighting and public safety, with specialized academic programs in fire sciences for the UAE and the whole region.
Our vision in Ministry of Interior to be UAE the best country, security and safe. All the government under the Ministry of Interior, they are working together to keep UAE the safe and secure. And also we are working hard and we have good standards. We bring a lot of standard, the best practice in the world to be UAE is the safe countries in the world. Of course, the country, they spent a lot of money to train the people, to send the officer outside, to bring good education, and also about the smart technology, smart system, you know, to integrate all this system together.
When we say public safety training, it has two elements. We have how to deal with a fire and also what you should do. It's not about how to fight the fire, but also how to do and what to act and react. One of them is actually evacuation. How to evacuate from in a room that has a fire, or how to evacuate from a building. So having a trained on using a fire extinguisher as an example, then getting to know how to escape from a fire, and then also you get a drill to get trained on that. So all that combined together is a program of our safety program that we give in the academy. In the hotel in specific, there was, before the incident, 2 weeks before the incident, prior to the incident, there was a drill on if there is a fire in the hotel, and evacuation is very important. It's very important that we see there is no any casualties in an incident like that, and also we look into the timing of how long it took to evacuate people, which is very important.
Officials also pointed out that the objective of their participation in Intersec 2016 is to publicize the Academy's activities and interact with international experts to develop local capabilities and competencies by enhancing them with the latest international standards and technologies. According to Messi Frankfurt, the organizers of Intersec, the three-day event will feature a dedicated series of industry conferences held in cooperation with the Dubai Police and Dubai Civil Defense. Additionally, the Occupational Health and Safety Conference will take place on the 17th till the 18th of January, while the Middle East Fire Conference and the Critical Infrastructure Security Conference will both take place on the 18th till the 19th of January, with several new additions and highlights for this year's exhibition.
So this year, 2016, we have the 17th edition. We are expecting 1,290 exhibitors spreading over a space of 50,000 square meters. And that will be visited by about 30,000 visitors. It's a very important exhibition because it covers safety, fire safety, security and commercial security. And of course the significance is already there since many years. Dubai is trying to become the world's first full smart city. And with that we are introducing a smart home pavilion in the exhibition. And this pavilion will cover everything from automated security, entrance security, fire security, and interacting things, as they call it nowadays. It's all about Internet of Things. This means a smart fridge, a smart cooker, a smart stereo installation, a heating system, cooling system, whatever you can think of, can be connected to the internet and will be displayed in this pavilion. Second to that, this year we took out from the Homeland Security the perimeter security. Meaning this area will be focused mainly on perimeter security, surveillance, access control, etc. And a third kind of experiment is what we have seen in European exhibitions, is a career platform for people who are looking for jobs in safety and security and people who are offering jobs in safety and security.
The UAE Ministry of Interior has launched the first unified traffic awareness campaign for this year across the nation under the slogan, "Observe the Right of Way." The campaign, initiated on the 1st of January this year, is only one of the initiatives launched by the traffic sector and is expected to continue for 3 months. Senior officials at the Ministry of Interior were quoted in local media reports as saying that the campaign aims to raise awareness among community members and road users, especially drivers, about the need to abide by traffic laws and regulations in order to maintain their own safety and that of other road users. Adding that reducing traffic accidents is a priority for both police and competent authorities in the state. Traffic officials stated that the strategy will help in reducing unnecessary deaths and injuries, while also lessening the negative social impacts and material losses for the public. Officials highlighted that choosing the stop sign as a campaign's logo will serve as a warning to urge drivers to be more cautious before taking any action, and they call upon them to observe the right of way because the road is for everyone. The campaign has been launched in cooperation with all the traffic and patrols departments and other public and private entities concerned with traffic safety. The UAE intends to issue a new law making hearing tests for newborn babies mandatory in order to allow for the early detection of ear problems and allow for better treatment. The Ministry of Health has presented the draft law to the Cabinet for endorsement as part of a strategy to protect public health in the country. Ministry officials were quoted in local reports as saying that the late detection of hearing problems affects infants' hearing ability and makes treatment more difficult, adding that such a problem would adversely affect the pupil's performance at school. The officials also noted that the newborns are currently subject to mandatory blood tests and that the hearing tests would be added to these tests soon. Officials from the Philippine Overseas Labor Office in Dubai have warned Filipinos against sponsoring their friends and relatives to Dubai as tourists and then helping them find work here as homemaids. According to Labor Attaché Delmer Cruz, the practice is illegal and could put these visitors at risk. Cruz was quoted in local reports as stating that the number of distressed people in their care has increased since the turn of the year, with more than half of them being Filipinas who had entered the UAE on tourist or visit visas. Hiring Filipino maids directly from the Philippines in the UAE has stopped since June 2014 due to conflicting recruitment rules in labor exporting countries like the Philippines. Both countries are in negotiations to address the problem. To legally hire maids from the Philippines, candidates are required to go through government-accredited recruitment agencies and pass a proper verification process by Philippine labor officials to ensure their welfare. Mr. Cruz added that going against this constitutes human trafficking that can put the workers who arrive on tourist visas into vulnerable situations, especially if domestic helpers want to terminate their contracts without a valid or strong reason. The newly relocated Gold Souq bus station in Dubai will soon be redeveloped, according to a senior RTA official. It was mentioned that the facilities at the bus station are currently inadequate and will be redeveloped to provide covered waiting areas, benches, and other basic amenities for passengers. The Gold Souq bus station, located at a major transit hub next to the Palm Dera metro station, was previously relocated in July last year. RTA officials were quoted in local reports in newspapers as saying that the existing bus station has been built permanently and the surrounding area shall also be developed, providing waiting areas for passengers within the station. It was previously announced that the relocation was a temporary move and a new station was supposed to be built at the location. At least 24 bus routes now operate from Gold Souq bus station, carrying thousands of passengers daily to different parts of the city. The station is prominently located in its close proximity to the Gold Souq Fish Market Dera, Wharfage, and the congested Dera Market area. And finally, in the bulletin, some of the world's top tennis players will head to Dubai next month to participate in one of the most eagerly anticipated events on the UAE and the international sporting calendar, the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships. This year's championship marks the 24th men's event and the 16th women's event and is again expected to attract thousands of local and international tennis fans for 2 weeks of great tennis action. Organizers today have revealed that this year's lineup includes women's world #1 and arguably one of the greatest players of all time, Serena Williams, while also featuring 5 of the top 10 women's players and 8 of the top 20 players in the world. Among others, the lineup also includes world #4 and 2012 Dubai champion Agnieszka Radwanska and former world #1 Anna Ivanovic and Caroline Wozniacki. As the ATP men's entry list is expected to be finalized in the upcoming days, organizers are hopeful that 7-time winner and reigning champion Roger Federer will be back to defend his title, and world #1 and 4-time Dubai champion Novak Djokovic will also be entertaining UAE fans. Staged at the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Stadium in Garhoud, the action will commence on the 15th of February, with the WTA event followed on 22nd of February, with the ATP tournament offering a total prize money of $4.5 million.